Despite the Trump indictments, here's why the Trump indictments may not matter at all. Hello, this is ChartGPT Today. Well, you know, these Trump indictments are coming in fast and furious. There's more and more, it seems like, almost every week here. The question we have is, will they matter? We're not going to get into specifically of the specific indictments. Of course, there's a lot of news articles on that, but the question is, will it even matter? What does the details matter? Well, let's take a look at some polling here. This is coming out of Politico here. Of those people that have been polled, obviously Republicans are more supportive, but nearly half of respondents think Donald Trump is guilty. Of course, Democrats, they all think he's guilty, of course. But even some Republicans there, and the independents kind of break out similar, but not quite as sure. Some don't know, so the independents are still kind of on the fence line, even though they may only make up 10-15% of the electorate. So again, that may be not as serious as it may look. And now the question that was asked: most people don't want to see Donald Trump in prison. That's probably true. Of course, Republicans, no punishment or just a fine, and that's majority of them. Of course, all the Democrats want him in prison. But not so much the independents. The independents are kind of breaking out a little bit more. So the odds of him probably going to prison are probably pretty slim. However, will it have an effect on the elections? Another issue. And of course, majority of the respondents want Trump's trial over before the election. Or do we use the election as the final arbiter whether he's guilty or not? Of course, now this is kind of more people. Democrats would like to have it, Republicans not so much. So a little bit more nuance there on the trial issues. So this will be interesting. So, but first of all, let's take a look at the polling, and here's why it may not matter. Even with all these indictments coming out, you see here in the purple line at the top there, Trump is holding out strong. In DeSantis, you'd think would be the benefactor of this. You'd think that those two would kind of come in a little bit, but it's just the opposite. DeSantis has been sinking, and the Trump's polling number has been sticking up there. Even got a little boost and going higher. The rest, everybody else, is just also rans. So this is kind of where you're at. But here's why it may not matter, and this is coming out of Axios, and it basically is a timeline of all the GOP campaign events versus the Trump trial dates, and you can see here that the major trial that is coming forward here is probably not going to happen until May 20th of next year. The rest of these are pretty much not so important. And of course, what this means is March 3rd, which is a very important time, we'll see here in the next chart, is really critical. By March 3rd, pretty much the primary season will be over. So here we are, the primary season, and it's not just a Super Tuesday on March 3rd. It's going to be a gigantic period of time for the primaries. So pretty much both Democrat and Republican primary leader will be named before any of these indictments will actually go to trial. So none of this is going to change. And of course, that's not too far away. We're only talking about 6 or 7 months here. So the odds are that none of these indictments are going to really matter. It's just more, so of course, Republicans will call it witch hunting, and the Democrats are obviously after blood. Of course, then the question is what happens after the general. Here's the polling from RCP here again, showing that pretty much Biden and Trump, depending on the poll biases, are pretty much neck and neck. So the point to all this is there's much to do about nothing, even though it'll probably get a lot of oxygen in the news media. We asked the AI, does scandal affect elections? Interesting point there. Take our online poll. Do you agree that these indictments will matter or not? Don't forget to subscribe.